All right, this is our number 15. It says creating a box plot with even numbers. The goal is to create a box plot with the minimum, maximum, quartile 1, median, and quartile 3. Remember, we're just splitting our data into fourths. That's it. Here are the data points organized already for us in least to greatest order. Thank you to whoever created this problem. All right, so I'm going to first start out by making my approximate number line. Okay, so here's my number line. And I'm going to add in some data values for us. Okay, now that we've created our number line, now we have to just start putting our data points on there. Remember, I like to start with the minimum and the maximum. You can do whatever you want. So my minimum is 2, and my maximum is 35. So I'm going to find where 2 would be and where 35 is. Remember, let's get in the habit of writing those data points above. Okay, I found the minimum, I found the maximum. Now let's go to find the median, and this is where I think you'll notice some of those things that are kind of different. So remember, we're trying to find our middle number. We have 12 data points in here, so I'm going to go ahead and cross out my low. Oh, you know what? I'm not crossing I'm going to put a dot above it, so because I know I'm going to have to come back and reuse those numbers for the quartile 1 and quartile 3. So, okay, dot above 2, dot above 35, dot above 4, dot above 16. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process until, wait a second, what's going on here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers here. I have 2 numbers in the middle. This is weird. We've never done that, right? So this is what I wanted to show you. So what do you think? We have 2 numbers in the middle. We're trying to find the median. What have we done in the past where we have 2 numbers, but we're trying to find the median? Well, if you thought about finding the middle of those 2 numbers, or the average, you are correct. So what I need to do is I need to take these 2 numbers, add them together, which is 21, and then divide it by how many numbers there are, which is 2. 21 divided by 2 is going to be 10.5. Okay, so let me add in my middle number. Here's 10, so it's going to be right next to it, like that. Whoa. And I'll put my number 10.5 above it. Great. Found my median. Now we have to find our median of our lower half and our median of our upper half. This is our Q1 and our Q3. So this is slightly different. When you are finding your quartile 1, and you had to do this weird thing in the middle where you had to find the average of these 2 numbers, you actually are going to include these middle numbers in your lower half of your data set. So your lower half of your data set will include 10. So it'll include 10, 8, 6, 4, 4, and 2. And your upper half of the data is going to include 11 all the way over to 35. So let's go ahead and find our median of our lower half, also known as our Q1. Cross out my low, cross out my high, cross out my low, cross out my high. Uh-oh. Same thing, right? So we have 2 numbers in the middle. That's right. You're going to go ahead and find the mean or the average. I'm going to add these 2 numbers together, get 10, divide it by how many numbers there are, 2. That would equal 5. So I'm going to put my line on 5, put my number above it. Now let's repeat the same process for up above. For my quartile 3. Cross out my low, cross out my high, cross out my low, cross out my high. Arrive at our 2 middle numbers. Now we know what to do, so I'm not going to freak out. 28, adding them together, divide by 2. That would equal 14. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add my number here and write 14 above. Okay, now my final step is I'm just going to clean it up and make it look like an actual box plot. So ooh, that was a rough line there. Okay, so I have my box plot in the center. I'm connecting my quartile 1 and my quartile 3. Now I'm going to extend my whiskers out from quartile 1 to my minimum. And from quartile 3 out to our maximum. Okay, I'm going to kind of clean it up. Erase this stuff so it looks nice and pretty. Okay, and we've done awesome. So this is what our box plot would look like for this data set. Our minimum is 2. Our quartile 1 is 5. Oh, I never wrote down our median. Our median is 10.5. Our Q3, or quartile 3, is 14. And our maximum is 35. Remember, this means that there is 25% of our data between here and here. 25% of our data is between here and here. 25% of our data is between here and here. And 25% of our data is between here and here. Quartiles. We're splitting up our data into fourths.